Hi there. Because of what's been going on in the world, I did not feel like doing my usual Yarns and Yarns show today. I felt very uncomfortable trying to promote myself when there's so much suffering going on in the country of Ukraine right now. So instead, I thought that I would just share some of the things that I've learned about how to help people in Ukraine. Most of what I'm going to talk about is in an article on the PBS NewsHour, which I will link down below. One of the things that I found to be a very personal gesture to individual Ukrainians and very helpful for them, I just thought it was genius. Go on Airbnb, book a stay at a Ukrainian Airbnb, send a message saying that you will not be able to make it, but that they should keep the money. I thought that was fabulous. I've seen stories of Ukrainian families who are housing other refugees for free in their home where they normally have an Airbnb, and the money absolutely helps them. That's by far my favorite way. Also, the church that I attend here in Tulsa, they used to support Ukrainian churches a while back. Those churches in Ukraine got so big, they're like, you know what, we're good. Thank you so much for the help, but we've got it from here. But now they have started a Ukrainian support donation again. So if you're interested in donating that way, I will link the church website down below, the donation website, and there's a drop-down box for fund. You want to scroll all the way down. It's in alphabetical order, so Ukraine is at the very bottom. But if you click on the Ukrainian support and you donate to the church that I go to, that money will go to the Ukrainian people. I'm pretty sure it specifically goes to those Ukrainian churches that we had supported in the past. I will link the church website down below and the contact information if you have any questions for them about where the money might be going. The other ways to help come straight from this article that I found on PBS News. I prefer getting my information from PBS News because they are very middle ground. They do their journalism in the old-fashioned way, where they try to look at both sides and make everything very balanced. They still practice their journalism as if the FCC fairness doctrine were still in place. So the first thing the website talks about is to donate to the Ukrainian Red Cross or to the International Rescue Committee. And what this does is it helps with on-site first aid and medical services. The next one is Voices of Children. This provides emergency psychological services to the Ukrainian kids, which I'm absolutely certain they are going to need. With the fear and the uncertainty of what's going on, having to leave the homes they've known, I can imagine that's a very big necessity. Sunflower of Peace is the next one. They are hosting a fundraiser to prepare first aid tactical backpacks for paramedics and doctors. The next one is the United Nations World Food Program. They are delivering food to the refugees who are fleeing the violence. The next charity is World Central Chef Relief Team. They are providing meals in Poland for the incoming refugees. The next one, I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, it's Vostok SOS. They are on the phones and on the ground helping people to evacuate and providing humanitarian aid and psychosocial support. The Kiev Independent is a Ukrainian journalistic group. They're fundraising to continue coverage of cyber attacks and bombings and the ground invasions from within the region. I think it's very important for news organizations to be very transparent about what is going on in the region, because Russia is definitely not permitting that, and it's atrocious. It's absolutely atrocious. There are stories of people who have in Ukraine who have relatives in Russia who don't believe that Russia is attacking Ukraine. That's abhorrent. The government of Russia is controlling the media, and no words. The next charity is Doctors Without Borders, which is probably a given. They're setting up emergency response in Poland, Moldova, Hungary, Romania, and Slovakia. They're also working with Ukrainian doctors to set up telemedicine training. There are also some Ukraine-based fundraisers that are going on. United Help Ukraine, Raison for Ukraine, if I'm pronouncing that right, and Hospitalers. I'm sure I'm pronouncing these wrong, but they will be linked below. And they're looking for donations in order to provide on-site medical care and trauma kits to medical professionals. Another charity that is working directly with the children is Unicef. They are also working with the psychological trauma that's affecting the children there. And the last one is USA for UNHCR. They're helping to provide emergency services to families during inclement weather, like tarps and things like that, which is absolutely crucial right now since it is still early March and very, very cold. And the thing I like about the PBS article is they also list how to avoid charity scams. You definitely want to make sure your money is going where it's supposed to go. A few links they provide are for Charity Navigator, which I have used in the past. Another one is Great Nonprofits, and the last one is Give Well. Please make sure you do research on any charity you donate to make sure that they're not scamming you. With that said, I will see you next week. Please keep Ukraine in your prayers, hug your families, and pray that things don't escalate further.